Open the Board of Public Works and Safety. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets,
Present.
Greg Miller,
Present.
Jim Skinner.
Present.
Okay, I think we have a swearing in this evening. Chief Shoemaker.
Good evening. Before we swear our two officers in, I'd first like to introduce them. You all know them, but I want to introduce them and have you approve their promotions. Just a month or so ago, Deputy Chief Munoz and Captains Hall and Sorrells put together a promotional process for the rank of sergeant, and they have recommended to me Officer Blake Ramus and Officer Freddie Martinez to be promoted to that rank. We've had Sergeant Snyder left, and then our two sergeants on night shift were promoted to lieutenant. Officer Blake Ramus was hired at the Frankfort Police Department October 22nd, 2018. In the last almost 6 years, Blake has been a huge asset to our field training program, undertaking the task of training new officers over the last several years, as well as a lot of times because of our shortages, being the officer in charge on his night shift in absence of the lieutenant. He's a leader within the department. He's also a member of our SWAT team, and our pension board has been a part of our hiring a lot of officers over the last few years. Officer Freddie Martinez was hired July 13th, 2022, and he came to us with prior law enforcement experience from the Indianapolis public school system. Freddie is very active within our patrol division. He's been dedicated to helping our patrol and investigations divisions by integral part of translating cases and working with those individuals to bring people to justice and justice for some of our victims. He's very passionate and dedicated in taking drugs off our streets and helps our drug task force unit on a patrol level. So I asked the board to, I'm proud of these two, and I'm happy to ask you to promote them effective today to the rank of sergeant with the Frankfort Police Department.
Madam Mayor, I make the motion that we promote these two young officers to the rank of sergeant.
I'll second the motion.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets,
Aye.
Greg Miller,
Aye.
Jim Skinner.
Aye.
Okay, your promotions have been passed.
All right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. And now I would ask the mayor and clerk treasurer Carol Bartley down to swear in each of these officers. Blake Ramus, if you will come up here. Who is
On the Bible. Right hand in the air. Repeat after me. I, Blake Ramus. Do solemnly swear. That I will support. The Constitution. Of the United States of America. State of Indiana. And that I will faithfully. Impartially. And honestly discharge. As sergeant. According to law. And to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
Hey, good job, Chief. I'll watch it. Do I? Yeah.
You'll be right back? Okay. Wow, there went our crowd.
Yeah.
Okay, next on the agenda, we have the minutes from the July 22nd, 2024 regular meeting.
I'll make a motion, we accept the minutes of July 22nd, 2024.
I second that.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Jim Skinner.
Aye.
Okay, minutes passed. Next, we have the claims. Here they are. From the clerk treasurer's office for this time.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we accept the claims as presented this evening.
I second that.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Jim Skinner.
Aye.
Were there any public comments? Nothing? Okay. I guess Scott said he'll be back. Fire Department, Chief Stidham.
Hi, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
We had on the agenda to talk about one of the contracts, but the mayor and I had talked, so we're going to kind of table that till next meeting and kind of review some things. I'll get with Alicia a little bit and make sure that everybody's good. Really what I have for today with the update as far as reports for the fire department, I think we really need to look at, the factor that engine 3 is back.
Good.
We did get it back. However, it's still leaking oil. They have put the front seal in this engine 4 times, had the specialist from International come, did find that they had a little keyway gasket that was missing. They installed that the 4th time, and the truck still leaks oil. Now, when I say leaks oil, we're probably looking at about, I'm going to say, 1/3 of a quart a day, probably, depending on how often it's ran. They did describe to me that over time with these engines, once they heat up so many times, and it's the D500s, and I can't remember the series of engines, that once they heat up because of oil issues, a lot of times there will be problems with the block. So that would be a complete new engine put inside of a fire truck, which could cost, tens of thousands of dollars to get that done. So at this time, we at least brought it back. It is in service. We're just keeping a pan underneath it to kind of collect the oil, see how much oil we're using. Our engine 4, which is our backup engine, it's got a problem with the injectors, we believe. It sputters. It's not very reliable. So I'm really just bringing it to your attention that I think we're going to have to look at something in the near future on how we're going to repair these fire trucks. Now, we know we have one on order. That one on order is not supposed to be here till sometime 26, so we've still got a ways to go with that. The only option is if they have what they call a stock build, that they beginning of every month, they can let us know if there's a stock build that is ready, which generally that leaves a 3-month time frame. If that fits into our program and what type of truck that we're looking for, the Board of Works would just have to make a quick decision on if they want to spend the extra money. Sometimes it's extra money. The last unit we had that looked like this that we was able to get if we wanted to was going to be additional $80,000 on top of what we already paid. The issue with that was it was about the discount that we would have gotten on the truck that we ordered. They only rate that per month as far as your interest, and that's why a 3-year time period out that you got so much of a discount. So that what they were saying was if we revert back and got one, let's say in April, then we lost majority of that discount, and that's why it would have cost us a little bit more. So I just really want to bring it to your attention that we are having some issues with it. It's running well. No one's complaining about how it's running. It's running very well. But we've literally, since July of 2023, we've had that truck back maybe 30 days since July. it's been in the shop that long. We've probably invested $40,000 in it already in the last 2 to 3 years, let alone what could be more of an investment coming down the line for these trucks. And I think, as we all know, with them being emergency vehicles, we got to make sure they're up and operational. You know, they're older trucks. Majority of cities, and I got a lot of good information when I was at class last week, but a majority of cities, I mean, they're in a 10-year, 15-year program that they're replacing fire trucks. I mean, and it's in a routine where every 10 years they're ordering fire trucks, and then, 12 to 15 years they're getting those delivered. So I think it's something, as to be, we all want to stay fiscally responsible. We also got to look at the emergency services program that we have in our community that we may need to look at kind of.
And I'll direct this to Matt and to Alicia. Doesn't Indiana code provide for an emergency purchase if it gets to that point?
If it is a true emergency, yes, we can do an emergency purchase. There's a statute that provides that we have to make a finding that it is an actual emergency and list what the factors are that we determined. And then once we have done that via resolution, then we can go ahead and make that emergency purchase to, regardless of what the actual purchase price is.
As far as anything else going on in the fire department, we've been working really hard at training. They've been doing some downtown training, walking around all the businesses, learning a little bit about those. And really just, they're training every single week constantly. So I've been
Saw
very,
several of them walking downtown
Yeah.
today. I saw you.
yeah. And we have our lieutenant process coming up this Friday, which will be a test and then some interviews. We don't have a lieutenant's opening. It's just something that we have kind of put in place since I've taken over, to where every year or every 2 years we try to set up a program where we have a pool. I feel like it's good for the the fire department and the members of the fire team to know that there is a routine and there is a process that we go through. So it's something we set up. So we're going to be doing that. But again, there's no positions open right now for lieutenants, but we're going to go ahead and get that satisfied for the next couple of years. Any questions?
I'm good.
Nope. All right.
Okay, thank
you,
you. Okay, street department. Jason Forsythe.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Just a few things here from the street department standpoint. First thing is, I wanted to make sure everyone was aware, especially the police and fire. Tomorrow and probably Wednesday, the state will be working on the bridge down here on 28, just some surface sealing on the bridge area itself. It'll be open, but it'll be one lane flagging there. So if you have any emergencies and can go another direction, that probably would help you out a little bit. But they said it'd just be a couple, 3 days to get that done, but it won't be a complete closure. It'll just be only flagging on one lane, letting each lane of traffic go one at a time. So I'll make sure you guys were aware of that. The second thing I want to kind of talk to you a little bit about is I was approached by the Wildcat Creek Cooperative. I think they've been in and spoke to the council. I'm not sure if they spoke to the Board of Works about working with Ivy Tech in the future from the high school to do some new curriculum. Josie Miller from that group contacted me, wanted to sit down and talk to us about possibly doing a year-long internship at the street department. One of their curriculum kind of fits with what they're calling, it's a construction curriculum, but it's based on heavy equipment, just small, light equipment, obviously safety, things of that nature, and even a little bit of house building, things of that nature. So I've actually asked Don to maybe be involved in that possibly too, but then are supposed to reach out to Kimberly about possibly doing one with her, because there is an internship that they have available for that would be right up Kimberly's alley as well. So we've reached out to the insurance company to see what we need to do liability-wise for those individuals, because there's a few things that I would not want them doing with us, but there is a lot of opportunity within our department to learn a lot of different things and not put them in such a difficult position safety-wise. One of those things would possibly be, patching holes. Even though, if we're out there on brush, you got a truck and a loader on each side of them protecting them. Out there and when you're doing patching holes and things like that, and you're flagging people, we've had enough close calls. I wouldn't want them doing anything like that. But it's an opportunity to work with different hand tools, the safety involving those hand tools, and they would not be there on Wednesdays, which is good for us because it's recycle day and we're pretty busy on Wednesday anyway. And obviously they'd have their time off at school where they wouldn't be at our department either whenever their days are off. So I'll keep you posted on what we hear from Shelley and the insurance company on, if they can drive a vehicle or if they have to just ride in a 2-ton, getting place to place, whatever, things like that. And Alicia, if you have anything that you can pass on to me on that too, that I may need to know, I'd appreciate that too. So, the last thing I have is I think I sent you guys a couple quotes for a new tractor, lawn tractor for the department. We have some money left in our recent fund that we received from FEMA. I think I sent you 2 quotes. One was a quote from True Land Equipment, John Deere dealership, $11,250. And it's a 60-inch. I think these are all 60-inch. It's a John Deere Z950. And the other one is a Husqvarna from Phoenix Lawn and Garden Z560L. We already have someone similar to the one at Phoenix that we're using. We're going to take that one, put it in our fleet to take care of all the mowing and things around the shop. And then this will strictly be used for all the mowing we do for code enforcement, all the city lots, things of that nature. But what the Board of Works is okay, I'd like to go with the Phoenix quote for $10,719.20.
I'll make a motion that we accept the quote from Phoenix Lawn and Garden for the purchase of a lawn tractor for $10,719.20.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Jim Skinner.
Aye.
Okay, there you go.
I think that's all I have. unless
Okay,
there's
thank
anything.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, building services, and Don, I believe, is either out of state or, anyway, he's not here. So he just left us did you have the schedule from him of their permits issued and the total evaluation that he usually reports? And as far as I know, that's all he had today.
We do have one more thing for that.
Oh, is this from him? Okay.
Yes. The building trades house that's being built on East Clinton Street is requesting a fee waiver for their building permit. You should have a copy of that permit that I handed out.
I think that's something we've done in the past for him. Yeah.
I'll make a motion that we waive the fees for the building permit for the Frankfurt Community Schools Building Trades Corporation.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Jim Skinner.
Aye.
Okay. You can let Dawn know that passed.
Will do, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Parks Department, Joel Tatum.
I just have a couple things tonight. I have a use agreement application for Prairie Creek Park for the Compass Event Center for the Frankfurt High School volleyball team and Felicia Brown. And they are asking that the fee be waived. They would like to use it on October 14th from 2:30 to 9:30 p.m. for their sectional team dinner.
Gonna do them individually or?
Individual, or can we do them? We have another one with the
Yeah.
fee waiver.
Do them both as long as the motion includes both groups and what they're asking for.
Okay. So the second one is for Healthy Communities of Clinton County. They have outgrown TPA, they said, for their Stepping on Stigma 5K. And so they would like to use Prairie Creek Park for that. And that would be May 10th of 2025. And they would also like the fees waived.
That'll be strictly within the park. there.
So their 5K will actually take the route that the Bun Run used to take throughout the city. Their just hub will be at Prairie Creek.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we accept the applications for use of Prairie Creek Park for healthy communities, and with the fees waived on that one, and also for the Frankfurt High School volleyball team, the fees waived on that rental also.
I'll second that.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Jim Skinner.
Aye.
Okay, both of us would have approval.
The only other thing I have is to report that it was 2 weeks or almost 2 weeks ago now, we received a generous donation from Greg Summers and his family of four macaw birds to help replenish the birds that we had taken. So we are very excited about that. I happened to show up on Saturday to grab some trash bags to take to Prairie Creek Park, and he was out there. So I was able to get him into the building and see where his birds are being housed right now while they're in quarantine. And him and his girlfriend were very impressed with our facilities and everything, and we're really happy that they were here. So, and we are very happy that he decided to send them our way.
Well, thank you for the work on getting those here and working with him to make sure that could all happen.
Yes.
And I'm guessing we probably did thank him, right?
Yes, we did thank him. We put a Facebook post out.
Good.
We actually had to make 2 trips to his house because it was like a bird store essentially. So we went one time and picked up the birds and some of the cages, and then we had to go back to get the rest of the cages and all the supplies that he had for him. So
Oh, wow.
it was a huge gift to us, and we were very thankful for it.
Yes, we want to thank him for that. It's very
And thank you to
generous.
Deputy Munoz for
Finding out
arranging
about it,
all that.
right?
Yeah. Yes, we're very grateful. We also have another family who is donating some birds as well, and we will be announcing that this week as well.
Good. Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Okay, community development, Kimberly Black.
Good evening.
Hello.
I have 2 performance contracts that I would like to have approved this evening. This will round out the Raíces Festival's entertainment. The first one is for, let's see, where's it at? For $350 for Saturday, September 21st. It is the DJ. And then it would be $700 for Grupo Radioactivo. And that one is for $700 for September 21st.
I'll make a motion that we accept the contracts as presented tonight. One with, for Grupo Radioactivico, and the other for, who did you say that?
DJ, and I'm not sure how you,
Ecstasis.
yeah.
For Ecstasis for $350.
I'll second that.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Jim Skinner.
Aye.
Okay, have the approval for those.
Thank you. And then the only thing I have to report is the Muffins with the Mayor, which is usually scheduled for tomorrow, is canceled. So we will see everyone in September.
Okay, thank you,
That's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
because we're all going to be in budget hearings tomorrow, so we won't be able to make that one. Okay, Attorney Alicia, what do you have for us today?
We have the additional road paving bid opening today, so looks like we've got 3 bids. First bid is from Milestone Contractors. And their total for Division A, which is Pratt Street to Morrison Street, or Pratt Street, Morrison Street to Barner Street, and then Paris Street, Rossville Avenue to Myrtle Avenue, is $124,000 even. And then the second part, Division B, which is certain areas located at TPA Park, their total there was $24,535 even. The second bid is from Reith Riley. And their total for Division A was $83,690. And Division B was $13,275. The third bid is from E&B Paving. The total of Division A is $87,393.48. And the total for Division B is $14,788.68.
Carol or Jason, can you tell us how much we have in that leftover amount? It would be the balance of what was left over after the CCMG, correct?
Paid that bill yet, so I don't have the total in front of me.
So the total CCMG was 405? And how much did we have of city funds?
325.
325? And we were going to be half of that, so we're going to be,
325 minus 102, or 202, 203.
I say 122, I just
Yeah,
kind of,
close to 122.
yeah. Do we want to go ahead and award this tonight? They're going to, when are they going to start paving? Yep. If we go with low bid.
Yeah. So if we add them all up, and I'm just checking my math, the total for E&B paving was $102,182.16 for both divisions of the project. The total for Reith Riley was $96,965 for both divisions of the project, and the total for Milestone was $148,535. So you can either take these under advisement and review them, or you can award the bid to the lowest responsive and responsible bidder.
Are you okay with that, Jason? That's what I was going to say. I don't want to lose that window in here that we have to get paving done. And you would be okay with Reith Riley? We probably don't have any idea when they, Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And with the different projects that we have, there wouldn't be anything that would be a problem though, is there? Like, okay. What's your desire?
I think with the money he has, I think that's a smart
Yep.
to go with Reese Riley. I mean, I'll make a motion that we accept the Reese Riley, the Division A and B for $96,965.
I'll second the motion.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Jim Skinner.
Aye.
Okay, that passed. So I imagine there's a contract or something that needs to be signed and.
Yes, we had a contract sample that we provided to you when we did the invitation to bid. So we will just go ahead and update that with the information and get that to them to sign. You've already approved the contract in form. It would just be adding the person's name and the dollars.
Yes.
Yeah, there would be a few more, wouldn't there, to?
Yep, spend it.
Mhm.
Yes, we can.
Could probably pick up one more small project. Okay. Did you have anything else, Alicia?
No.
Chief Shoemaker, did you have anything else for us? Nothing else?
Well, he doesn't have to be in the minutes if there's no action taken on
My
it.
department report is, we are a month away from hiring our officer to replace Officer Snyder, that individual. We can't get him into public safety medical until September 11th, actually. So what we were hoping to do is to get him going and get him to meet the board and the mayor and get him on onboarding and orientation in mid-September, but it looks like it's going to be mid-October. So there'll be minimal overtime that we'll have to work around with that shortage, but there's nothing I can do to speed that up. The biggest concern would be is keeping him interested. I think there was 5 police departments that he was trying to get on, so
Let's hope he wants to stay
we're
here.
going to invite him for some ride-along steak dinners, whatever it takes to keep him around. But other than that, that's all I have.
What about our other new officers? Do you have anything to report on them?
Oh, I'm sorry, that is right. Officer Ramsey Mitchell, Reese Mitchell, and Jace Moore will graduate from the academy on Friday. We'll have them back. They've got about a month of training before they're released on their own. I've got a newer car for them when they get back, and they're excited. And then as soon as we get them back, Officers Akert and Bella will report to the police academy, and they graduate in mid-December. So
Wow. Okay, good,
we're getting there.
good. Sounds good. Good
Thank you.
report. Keep our fingers
it.
crossed on the other one, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Anybody have anything for him?
All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Your stuff's still there. You're welcome.
Okay, is there any unfinished business? Anybody have anything? New business? Anybody have anything? Okay, I'll take the motion.
Second.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for being here this evening. Okay, so maybe we can talk a minute about that
Yeah, don't run away before you
interview.
writing here.
That's right.
Did you see my former building inspector signed in?
I didn't. I was in at church. I went home. So
Okay.
yeah, so I didn't see him. Nope. I went to my parents' house.